Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. I hope you all are doing well today. I'm doing pretty good. First of all, just want to say thank you all so much for the support on Adios, my new song. If you guys haven't heard it yet, I will put it first link in the description. I hope you enjoy it. I'm also going to be live on Kick after this video goes up, so I'll put that in the description as well. If you want to come hang out, I'll be playing some games, chatting with you guys, just kicking it. No pun intended. Now, today's story time is a very good one in my opinion. Definitely a funny slash creepy one. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, leave a like on the video and let's jump into it. So today's story time all takes place when I was 18 years old. I just moved to LA. I was having a pretty good time. I was enjoying myself. Things were going perfect. Really nothing too out of the ordinary was happening. And I thought that all of the weird, crazy shit was behind me. I can't lie. I thought that I left all of the, swatting and the stalker behavior and the crazy stories all in the past, all in New York, right? And when I moved to LA, it would be a fresh start and nothing could get me there. Little did I know, it was just the beginning of a way crazier life, I would say. So this story time all takes place my third week of living in LA. I just moved into my place. I was in a house with a few friends of mine. I was just enjoying life, like I said, really having a great time. And we decided, me and all my friends who were living in this house, to throw a party. Kind of like a move-in party, I guess, right? Like a housewarming party, right? So me and all my friends kind of banded together and invited as many people as we could. I didn't have a lot of friends in LA, besides the people I was living with. But luckily, my friends who I was living with had been there for a while, and they kind of knew who to invite. So it was pretty much just a bunch of people that I'd never met before invited to this party. Now, about 7, 8 p.m., people started to show up, and I was kind of meeting people and just saying hello. And so far, everyone that was showing up was all really cool people, right? Nothing too out of the ordinary. Well, then at about 11, 12 midnight, things started to get a little bit weird. So I'm in the kitchen. I'm hungry. I'm eating some pizza, hanging out in the kitchen, talking to some people. And all of a sudden, I hear the doorbell ring. I'm like, okay, more people for the party must be here, right? So I run downstairs. I open the front door. I see this big group of dudes, probably like 7 or 8 people. I asked them who invited them because just want to make sure that we actually knew these people. And they said Jake. I don't know a Jake. No one that lived with me was named Jake. So I was like, okay, somebody from the party must have invited these guys who aren't my roommates, right? So I ran upstairs really quick. I told them to wait there. I ran upstairs. I found one of my roommates and I was like, yo, there's these random people at the front door. We didn't invite any of them. They said some guy named Jake invited them. Like, do you know a guy named Jake? And my roommate's like, yeah, actually I do. Hold on. So we go up to Jake. We ask Jake if he knows these people. He says yes, and that they're all chill and we can trust them. So we essentially let these random guys into our house who we don't know. Like they were like a friend of a friend, right? But we thought, okay, you know what? It's a party. There's tons of people here we don't know. It's kind of like a +1 situation. So there's a lot of people there that we don't know. It'll be fine, right? What could go wrong? Well, a lot went wrong. So the rest of that night, the party was fine for the most part. But the next morning, I woke up to a very, very, very strange situation. So I wake up the next morning, very big headache. I'm tired, didn't really get a lot of sleep. I get up out of bed, I walk upstairs, I drink some water, I take a shower. I kind of just wake up slowly, you know what I mean? And I decide, you know what? I'm pretty hungry. I'm going to go down the street to this bagel place and get a bagel, right? Because I'm hungry. So I go up to the front door where all my shoes are. I go to put my shoes on. And I'm not kidding when I say every pair of my shoes is missing. There was 4 at the front door, all gone. Now, luckily, they weren't my nicest pairs of shoes. They were just some, sandals and some Vans. Nothing crazy. But still, I'm like, what the fuck? Where'd all my shoes go? So I went upstairs to my room. Luckily, I had some pairs up there. I put them on. I go out. I grab food. I come back. At this point, all of my friends are awake. And I was like, yo, did anyone, wear my shoes last night? Because I can't find them anywhere. And my one friend's like, what, the ones by the front door? I was like, yeah. He's like, nah, I haven't touched them. And I asked my other roommates. They're like, nah, I haven't touched them. I'm like, what the fuck? I wasn't wearing them last night. Where could they have gone? So I searched the backyard. I searched my other friends' rooms. I cannot find these 4 pairs of shoes anywhere. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I just gave up for the day, right? I kind of just assumed that I put them somewhere and forgot about them. I probably just got a little too messed up at the party and wore them somewhere and just don't remember where I put them. So I thought, you know what? I'll find them eventually, right? So fast forward about a day or two, I'm just kind of sitting in my room working on a video like I usually do. And all of a sudden, I get a text from one of my hometown friends, someone back in New York. And they send me a link, and it's an eBay link. And I shit you not, the listing reads, YouTubers' shoes. And I was like, nah, surely not. And I click on them, and sure enough, there are all 4 pairs of my shoes lined up on a table with a little piece of paper next to them with the seller's name. And then the next slide, the next photo, is a photo of my YouTube channel and a photo of me wearing the shoes on Instagram. And I was like, what the fuck am I seeing right now? So I immediately text back my friend from my hometown, and I was like, yo, what the hell is this? And he's like, dude, please tell me this is a troll. I'm like, it's not. I've literally been looking for these shoes all morning, and they're all missing, and now I know where they are. He's like, what the fuck? Who took them? I'm like, bro, I wish I could tell you. I have no idea. So I immediately start reaching out to people from the party last night, being like, yo, did you see anyone steal my shoes? And no one can tell me anything. I'm like literally getting numbers from everyone that attended from my roommates and texting them directly. And I end up texting, no joke, 30 people, and nobody has any kind of answers for me, right? And then randomly, my roommate comes up to me. We'll call him Sam, okay? Sam walks up to me, one of the people I live with, and he goes, yo, why don't we just check the front door cameras? I'm like, what front door cameras? He's like, we have cameras here. I'm like, you mean to fucking tell me I've been looking all morning and we have security cameras at the front door? I was like, do they look at the inside or the outside? He's like, both. I'm like, we have cameras on the inside of the bottom floor too? He's like, yeah, you didn't know that? I'm like, fuck no. Thanks for saying something now, Sam. So we immediately run upstairs to Sam's bedroom. It was the master bedroom, and they had like the camera computer in there where you can watch the cameras and stuff. And he starts showing me the footage from the previous night at the party. And I was like, yo, how did I not know about this? I've been living in this house for like fucking 3 weeks now. He's like, yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I thought I told you. And we start scrolling through. And within 5 minutes of scrolling through this camera footage, we find the exact moment in the night when someone stole them. So at about 1 a.m., literally like 1:06 in the morning, there was a group of people leaving. It was that random group of dudes that we let in the night before that guy Jake invited. And one of them leans down as he's leaving and just scoops up all of my shoes in both of his arms and walks out the door with them while he's laughing with his friends. They're all laughing and watching him do this. And I look over at Sam and he looks at me and he's like, okay, well now we know who did it. I'm like, yep. So we run upstairs, we walk up to our other roommate's room, we knock on the door. This was the one that knew Jake, the kid that invited all those random people. We tell him to give us Jake's number. We text Jake. We're like, Jake, your friends stole my shoes. Please tell us who they are. And this random kid who didn't have to be nice to me and didn't have to tell me his friends' names gave me every name of every person in that group, including the one that stole my shoes. I showed him a photo and he knew the name. So I find out that this kid that stole my shoes was named Arthur. Fucking Arthur, dude. So I get Arthur's name and number and I call him on FaceTime. And he doesn't know it's me because I have a random number. And this fucking doofus picks up the phone and he's like, oh, Austin, good seeing you last night, man. It was really nice to meet you. And I was like, I don't think we even met. He's like, oh, no, we did. I was like, all right, well, then I was too fucked up to remember. Either way, I'm not too fucked up to check my cameras and see your dumbass stealing my shoes. What do you got to say about that? And his face just changes. And he's like, oh, fuck, man, I'm embarrassed, man. I'm so embarrassed. I was like, okay, so you admit it. You took my shoes? He's like, yeah, man, I did. My bad. I was like, why? He's like, I just get too fucked up, man. I got too drunk and like I just didn't really know what I was doing and I thought it'd be funny to prank you. I was like, really? That's the only reason? Not to like sell them or something? He's like, what? No, that'd be weird. I'm like, huh. Let me send you a text. So I text him the eBay link and he's like, you saw that too? I was like, bro, you're just getting caught left and right today. I'm like, all right, man, here's what we're going to do. You're going to put my shoes in the back of your car. You're going to drive back to my house right now. You're going to give me my shoes back. And then you're going to leave. And I'm never going to see you again. Sound good? He's like, yeah. So he did. He listened. He came back. He handed me a box of my own shoes. And he left. He definitely tried to apologize like 30 times. And I appreciate that. And I told him, like, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But, like, I was never going to invite that dude back to my house again. Damn shoe thief, bro. Like, I thought moving to LA would be the fix of my problems, but it just made them worse. So yeah, guys, after this, we didn't throw parties for a few weeks because I was, like, too scared to get my shit stolen. And when we did throw parties, I would lock all of my stuff up in my room. I learned that lesson very, very quick. And yeah, that's the moral of today's story. If you ever have a party and there's people there that you don't really know that well, you don't really trust fully, or just in general, if you're having a party, lock your valuables up in your room and don't let people go in there, just so nothing gets broken or stolen. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That is the story of how someone tried to sell my damn shoes on eBay, and like they weren't even nice, expensive shoes. They were beat to shit Vans and slides. No one wants my smelly ass shoes. Like, he could have went in my room and, like, stole my play button. But nah, he chose my beat-up Vans. Anyway, guys, I thought this was a funny, kind of crazy story. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.
Everyone wanna be me, they all buying my flow, I swear they all be teething. Don't do this shit for the free, you ask me for a feed, I need 50K.